Jam ran 300 meters in 45.71 seconds. And then he ran today 0.05 seconds faster. If it's faster, it means it's less, so you have to subtract. Line up your decimals. I put blank spaces with zeros right here. Okay, my decimals are lined up. Now I just need to regroup. The 1 is too small, so I need to go next door. That changes that to 11. 11 minus 5 is 6. 6 minus 0 is 6. 5 minus 0 is 5. And 4 minus 0 is 4, which is 45.66. That's number 1. Shh, please do not talk right now. Number 2, Rebecca was timing the experiment and determined it lasted 56.83 seconds. Later, she realized that it was incorrect. It was 0.06 seconds less, which means we need to subtract since it's less time. So line up your decimals. We need to regroup again. Can you see okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to regroup. That changes the 8 to a 7, the 3 to a 13. 13 minus 6 is 7. 7 minus 0 is 7. 6 minus 0 is 6. And 5 minus 0 is 5. For an answer of 56.77. That's numbers 1 and 2. Numbers 3, 4, and 5 have multiple answers. Number 3, which equations are correct? Select all that apply. It really helps if you draw out this answer, these problems. I mean. The first one, A, is 0.05 plus 0.04. 5 plus 4 is 9. 0, 0. Is that correct? Yes. That's A. B says 0.05 plus 0.9. And then it says it's 0.14. Well, we can see here, I fill in the blank space with 0. That's not correct. It would be 0.95. So for B, I'll put an X. No. Does that make sense? Just hit me with head nods. Yes? Okay, great. C, 0.03 plus 0.6, and it says it's going to be 0.63. Once I line up my decimals, and look, if you line up your decimals, fill in your blank spaces with zeros, it is correct, 0.63. I know I'm going fast. It's because when you watch this tonight, you can pause it at any time or rewind. After the video's done, we will go a little bit slower and I'll answer questions or do the problem again if you need me to. All right, so C works. D, 0.02 plus 0.07. And while it looks correct, 0.09 is not the same as 0.9, which is what the problem says, is 0.9. That is not equal to 0.09, because this 9 is in the 100th place. The other 9's in the 10th place. It's like if I had 9 cents and you have 90 cents. Two different things. So that one is not correct. So our answers are A and C. Any questions? Oh, save it for the end. All right, number 4 says, which of the following equals 56.75? So you need to do all 4 of these problems and see, does it equal that number? That's our magic number, 56.75. So A says 56.89 minus 0.14. Once again, line up your decimals. Bam, bam, bam. 9 minus 4 is 5. 8 minus 1 is 7. 6 minus 0 is 6. And 5 minus nothing is 5. Does that match? Yes. Put a check mark next to it or circle it. B says 56.72 plus 0.03. And some of you might see this already, but notice how I'm doing every single one and I'm lining it all up. It's your test, y'all. Do it like this. Line up your decimals. And I have these, okay? So parents see what it looks like. You should take this home and you should do this for the test. I lined it up for you. You can use that. It's to help you. So 2 plus 3 is 5. 7 plus 0 is 7. And that does check out. Okay? The math is mathin'. C says, please don't talk, 56.02 plus 0.7. When we line that up, we have a blank space here. We put a 0. We line up our decimals. And we see that this does not match. It's 56.72. So, no way. That's not going to work. See? Doesn't work. You guys see how I got that? 2 plus 0 is 2. 0 plus 7 is 7. 56.72 is not 56.75. So it will not work. Okay? It's very simple once you line up your decimals. That's why that's the first step. I'm going to put D over here. I know it, hopefully we don't get confused. Okay? Different D, okay? So hopefully when you watch the video you won't get stuck on that. This is 57.9 minus 1.5. When we line up our decimals, okay, 9 minus 5 is 4, 7 minus 1 is 6, 56.4 is not equal to 56.75. So our only answers were A and B. C and D were not the answers, okay? And number 5 I think is the toughest problem in the test, okay? I really do. It's not, it's a lot of work that you have to do. Can someone off camera give me the spray, please?
Like and subscribe.
All right. Shh. Guys, I don't know if you realize this, but we can hear your side conversations in the video, which means your parents will hear you talking when you're supposed to be listening, which means you're probably going to get in trouble. I'm trying to save you from getting the chocolate thrown at you. Make sure you're paying attention, okay, and you're not talking. Number 5, they say 0.56 plus 0.18 has a value, and you need to see which of the answers match that value. So the first thing you need to do is find the value, which is add 0.56 and 0.18. And when we do that, we get 14, 0.74. So this is our magic number for number 5. They need to all equal 0.74. If any of them don't, cross it out. It's not an answer. So looking at A, 0.7 plus 0.04. And when we add that, right, line up your decimals, fill your blank spaces with zeros. Does that equal 0.74? Yes. For B, 0.84 minus 0.1. Line up your decimals, add a 0. And when we subtract that, 8 minus 1 is 7, 4 minus 0 is 4. Does it work? Yes. Okay. For C, 1.24 minus 0.5. Line up your decimals, have a 0. 4 minus 0 is 4. I have to regroup here. 12 minus 5 is 7. 0 minus 0 is 0. Does that work? Yes. And for D, 0.24 plus 0.5. Line up your decimals. Add the zeros for the blank spaces. 4 plus 0 is 4. 5 plus 2 is 7. 0 plus 0 is 0. Does that work? Yes. Yeah. So all of them are the answer. Okay? All of them are the answer. A, B, C, and D. That might not be the same for number 5 in tomorrow's test, okay? So don't think, oh, I'm just going to circle them on tomorrow. No, do the math, okay? Do the math. Number 6, Terry made $19.45 at work. Okay, Terry. His brother Jim, he owes his brother Jim $7. Not so good, Terry. How much will he have left? If he's saying how much, are we adding or subtracting? Left. Subtracting, yes, because he's giving it away. So line up your decimals just like this. And we are subtracting. 5 minus 0 is 5. 4 minus 0 is 4. 9 minus 7 is 2. 1 minus 0 is 1. $12.45 is your answer, which is B. Number 6 is great. You don't have to regroup any of that. That's so fun. I love it. Go around camera though, okay? Around the camera. Number 7. Dwight has a cable that was 12.75 inches long, and he cut off 5.6 inches. I lined up my decimals. I'm going to fill a blank space with a 0. And am I adding or subtracting? He's cutting it off. He's taking it away. Subtract. Thank you for giving me the silent subtraction, Gabby. I love it. 5 minus, line up your decimals. 5 minus 0 is 5. 7 minus 6 is 1. I have to regroup here. Change the 1 to a 0. The 2 becomes a 12. And 12 minus 5 is 7. Okay? So 7.15 inches is your final answer, or D. Okay? Number 8. Number 8's a multi-step equation. It says Pam has $12.78 and she wants to buy some art supplies for a project. She spends $3.75 and she spends $5.28. You need to add this together and then you need to subtract it from what she has to see how much she has left. Because that's what it's asking. How much will she have left after she spends this? So find out how much did she spend and take it from the total of what she has. Line up your decimals. 5 plus 8 is 13, carry the 1. 7 plus 1 is 8, plus 2 is 10, carry the 1. 5 plus 3 is 8, plus 1 is 9. She spent $9.03. So I take $12.78. I'm going to subtract $9.03. And I get $3.75. So $3.75 is your final answer. Okay? Or B. Almost done, guys. Number 9. Stanley wants to buy a toaster. It's $25.85, but there's a coupon that lets him save $6.45. If he saves